Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in again to Where Is This Going? A podcast dedicated to giving local performers and artists a platform to get their art out to you, the consumer of art, the listener, the viewer, the enjoyer. Hoping to get everyone, a chance to get their art out to those who may not have a chance to see it otherwise, especially with, performing arts at a standstill. But this week, we are joined by our videographer, our photographer, comedian, black guy, Devarron Thomas, a great friend, super cool dad, but an all-around awesome dude, and great to be around, great to have around as a friend, great to write with, and have as a creating partner. Hope you guys enjoy the conversation. You can follow him at Skinny Fat Dude 1, I think, on Instagram, Skinny Fat Dude on Twitter, I believe, and the GR Laugh Masters comedian page. It's pictures of comedians by Devarron. He runs that page, and yeah, you can follow all of his photography and stuff like that at Devarron Thomas on Facebook and things like that. And you'll also see a clip of his stand-up at the end of this show. At the end of every episode, we try to showcase our artists' art, as it be, because after you get, to know the artist, we want you to see their art. That's the whole point of this podcast, is getting their art to you, the consumer. So let us know if you like it. Let Devarron know if you like it. Give him a follow. Support this man. And thank you for supporting this podcast. If you like it, follow us on Spotify, subscribe on YouTube. We'll try to keep it consistent, but thank you so much and enjoy this episode with Devarron Thomas. Hello, everybody. Welcome to. We're back. We're doing this. Welcome to Where Is This Going? This is the podcast from people you haven't heard of, but will soon grow to love.
Yeah, we're still loved by just our mothers at this point.
Yes, barely. If you do not remember, I do not blame you. It's been about a year since I released anything on this podcast, but I'm your host, Hunter Miles. What we do on this podcast is we highlight and give a platform to local artists of every medium, whether it be paint, comedy, music, vocals, which is still music, I'm running low on different mediums of art. But today, I am pleasured to be joined by my very good friend, a very hilarious person, comedian, photographer, content creator, Mr. Devarron Thomas.
Thank you.
What up? This is the applause of no one in the studio. But thank you for joining me, Devarron.
Thank you. I like how you've recreated the open mic scene.
Yeah,
no crowd.
Yep. That's it's a environment we're used to. We're comfortable in.
Yeah.
Yes. Talking for no one is a decent night. Yeah.
You're crazy when you do it until it's on the mic.
Yeah. When you're just talking to yourself,
right.
Yeah, you're crazy. But when you have a microphone, you sound a little bit, or no, you probably don't sound any more sane. You feel a little bit more sane.
Right, and that's
sometimes.
The important part.
Yeah. Exactly.
Getting to be okay with it by Charles Manson.
What an author. I don't think recognized enough for his artistic abilities. But you, on the other hand.
Ones anyway. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you, on the other hand, an amazing artist. And I say that especially in comedy, but also I see your passion in photography
in the way they were setting up the shots today, and how distracted you got from walking to your car to the studio, and you're like, wow, this country, man. And as a black man in the country, you didn't feel safe stopping on the roads to take a picture.
No.
So you waited till you got to the safety of a backyard.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, nice.
And even then, it's still relative safety, not
Right.
necessarily safety.
Right. I don't know who owns this house.
Yeah, exactly.
They
That's
may
what I'm
show up
saying
at
in the
any
caption
time.
to the picture. I don't know who owns this house.
I do not own the rights to this property.
What do you think happened next? It's a racism test. Oh, man.
How
Well,
do you
thank
think I got
appreciate
here?
it. Exactly.
Of course, of course. Thank you for showing up. And for those of you who are unaware, which is everyone, we are coming back now in full swing, attempting to. We are going to be doing video and audio, hopefully. So look for the video on YouTube, and or you'll see posts about it on Facebook and Twitter and things like that. And the audio will be available where it was available before, on Spreaker and Spotify and Apple Music or Apple Podcasts, whatever. But enough about that. We're here to talk about Devarron, who...
Yeah, what the fuck?
Sorry, man. My bad. My bad. I got it. I'm catching up, dude.
Gotta plug me.
I'm getting back in the swing. But yes, you have been a very good friend of mine in the comedy scene since I started, so over a year now. How long have you been doing comedy?
I would
We'll
say
start there.
about 2 to 3 years, somewhere in between there.
2 or 3
I mean,
years?
I feel like it's longer, but every time I I used to be so inconsistent when I started that I would say if I added all the time together, maybe like 2-3 years instead of 5.
Yeah. So what year, I guess, did you start then?
2015,
Okay. And,
Sunday Night Funnies.
oof.
Yeah. Interesting
Sunday-
show. It was crazy because I saw the crowd. They were like a real country music crowd. They were singing country music karaoke when I got there, and I was like, oh, this is not gonna go well. None of this is gonna land. And I killed my first time.
Nice.
Not that I could notice because I was so fucking in my head.
Right.
Like just in my head, I heard no noise. I heard no sound until I got off and people were telling me. Second, third, fourth, and fifth were the biggest bombs I've ever had.
Which is just you waiting to get back on stage again.
Made me realize the country crowd's a lot nicer at a show anyway.
I've never had that to be my own experience, but I don't doubt you. Maybe back in 2015,
Right.
where tension still is high.
I think since forever.
They do. I mean, I know, but they have ebbs and
Flows.
yeah.
Yeah, I would say. Like the 90s was pretty rough. The early 2000s, Cash Money was out. Everybody was in
Exactly.
harmony. Yeah.
Yeah, Young Money, Cash Money really did something
They
for this
took
country.
over for the 99 2000, man.
Exactly, and the 2000. I mean, yeah, the 99s was getting out of some rough shit. So they ushered us into a new era.
Yeah, using Usher.
Using Usher, they ushered us in.
He started dancing in front of racism, and they were just like, all right, well, maybe we should chill.
And you know what? I would not detest Usher being a huge bridge for
Between-
racial unity.
Music, like, especially music-wise.
Yeah.
He kind of crossed over.
And sex appeal.
Yeah, which is probably why he crossed over.
Yeah. Yep.
Because there's one thing
duh.
that does survive racism, it's horniness. And
Exactly.
people often make that choice.
Yeah. And I do believe that the black man has been very much sexualized by
Yeah.
white culture. Or at least,
But so is the white woman
yeah.
until like 30 when the industry gives up on them.
Your words, not mine.
They shouldn't.
I'll
I'm saying that's
never.
what
I was
happens.
gonna say, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so-
This is just factual.
Yeah. Maybe you should do something.
Industry. So did you? I know you're originally from Detroit.
Yeah.
So when did you come to Grand Rapids? Since you started comedy in
2015.
2015.
I actually came to GR like fresh out of college. So I left from Detroit, went to college, and then came here in like 08,
Okay.
07. I dropped out of college to go to Job Corps.
Smart move.
It just seemed faster.
Yeah.
I was like, it's business management. Like, I can get this business certification, and
Right.
I feel like I still get the same job. So it's just,
I feel like it's done you well because you have been the most consistent office hopper that
Yeah.
I know.
It's not hard. You just got to learn how to say welcome to wherever. Thank you for calling. Door hustle. You know,
This is the same lessons I learned in customer
Customer
service,
service, right.
everywhere. Why do I need
this
a
business,
degree
yeah.
or a business certification?
So that you
What
can
is
rise to manager, so you can tell other people how to do what they already learned in customer service.
this? Okay.
I don't do that.
Right now, what do you do?
I shift between jobs before I ever achieve anything there.
I'm a little shifty, you know.
Not to be trusted at any office job. Take that one. It's on camera.
Just you can pretty much add it to my resume.
Yeah. This is my interview video.
I miss the era of entry videotapes to reality TV shows.
Yeah.
Like MTV reality shows.
Right. At least them showing it. They
Yes.
still do them, but they don't show them anymore.
Right. Yeah, I want to see more
Audition tapes.
real life audition tapes or My Strange Addiction audition tapes. What do you think those are? I don't think those are
I don't know. Somebody else submits those.
Yeah, I was
They
just
don't
gonna
think
say.
it's weird. They're just like, I'm eating paper all day. Why would I?
Why?
What's wrong? This is great. I eat paper all the time.
That's just their video.
That's just
I
their
eat
video.
paper all the time. So
Perfect.
what?
Perfect. We got her.
Got it.
Want to go on
Nailed
TV?
it. Do you want to be TV? Okay. Getting off track a little bit. I need you. I'm shifting.
Yep.
It feels more like an interview this way
Wow.
because now I'm
Yeah.
actually
Now I
looking
feel
at you
so
and
like I
not.
feel welcome. In the interview.
I've been staring at that TV screen and the beautiful scenery for too long while
There,
trying to
stare at
talk
this
to you.
dude's face. Come on, is there some scenery around
Right.
here?
No, I can look at you and then maybe I can think about what I'm trying to talk to you about. So, came from Detroit.
Yes.
Went to college. What college did you go to?
I went to college in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Indiana Technical is the name of it.
And was it like a technical institute?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
It was a really, really, really weird experience. Just coming from Detroit to go to Fort Wayne.
right.
And I was just like, all right, well, we went to Gary, that was very similar.
Right.
He's like, okay, yeah, there's a lot of similars here, except I don't know anyone. That's the only
Yeah.
difference. It's a big one. And we're going to go back to Fort Wayne now. But like,
I was gonna say, what is Fort Wayne like? I just know that there's a. My cousin went to a Catholic school out there.
that makes a lot of sense. There's
Yeah.
like their biggest claim to fame is their outdoor mall.
I was gonna say it wasn't really like a Catholic school. It was called St. Francis, but
Oh, okay, yeah, that's actually pretty big school out there.
yeah,
So it was for Ball.
Ball State.
Yep. Indiana Tech was not a Division II school at all, so nobody paid attention to us for anything but soccer. And as an American,
I didn't care
I didn't
about
care at
soccer at
all.
all. I only cared about soccer when my cousin was playing it.
okay.
After I stopped playing it.
When everybody started mentioning that they played FIFA, and I was like, FIFA sells millions in America? I was like, all right, well, yeah, I love soccer.
Yeah.
As I call it, football. It's the real football.
Football, actually. Football. Football.
But no, I got him here. Indiana's a lot like Old West movies to me.
Yeah.
Where you see that web, that fucking dust ball just crossing the street. That's how it felt all the time there. There was no fun unless you made it. Like,
Which was a lot of people's childhoods.
yeah, it was a
So
fan.
it's
That's why it's
just-
a family place.
Right. Oh, okay. So it's just reverting back to childhood.
Right.
Is that what
can do it.
happens when you start a family? You're like, all right, we're starting from scratch. I got to start making my own fun. And that's why I have to have kids.
No, what happens when you first get one, especially at my age, because I was 19, what happens when you first get a kid is you don't realize that you have to change at all.
Oh, no, I
You're like,
recall.
I need more money, but I mean, we're still going out this weekend, right?
Right. I
Turn
recall.
up.
That I think I'm I'm one of the only people I know that developed a crack addiction after trying to better himself for his kid. That's
That
what
should tell you about the stress of becoming
of
a parent.
parenting. Yes.
Yeah,
It
we've all
drove
been
me
there.
so insane.
been there.
No.
It's like, oh my God, I need something to take the edge off.
I need
because,
something. I'm working all these hours.
Yeah, they haven't stopped crying in a few hours, and it's illegal, right, to put a pillow over. Okay,
Okay.
well, we won't do that.
I love them too, so they'll probably.
Right, that's always a factor.
Love always has to come in for some reason.
But it was just, Oh, it was interesting living there. I was really bored, and then I came here, and I was like, this is some weird middle ground where it's kind of has a city vibe to it. Like, and Indiana had no city vibe. It
Right.
felt kind of rural almost. So
Almost like out here in Zealand.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But except where college is randomly thrown in the middle.
Right. Almost
But-
like Hope, but that's nowhere near here. Right.
Well, Hope.
Hope College.
Oh, you said Hope College. I'm like, yeah, there's no hope out here.
No. Not for a man like me. So when did you move up here? Like when your daughter was born? Like in relation
So she was born in 08, or she was born in 08. I moved in 07.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Moved here in 07, had a baby by 08. I moved fast. I was like, I really got to acclimate to the city. Get to
You're
know
like, I
people.
really got to settle down, you know? And then your body was like, all right, no, you need to settle down.
Yeah, and
Okay?
like, you need to learn what a condom is. And I was like, well, we'll learn that lesson later.
Sexual education was never a real big thing in the black community.
No, or in Indiana for that matter. In college, you surprisingly talked about it very little.
Oh, really?
Almost encouraged the opposite. Like, how you doing, son? That paper is going to be due on Thursday, and hey, remember, pulling out is just as effective as wearing a condom. And I was like,
As
thank you, Professor.
abstinence.
Yeah.
Pulling out is just as effective as
Like,
abstinence.
this is why you have tenure. Thank you.
Thank you. I mean, you give the good advice. That's all I can say. This is why you're a professor.
This is the next level. They talked about it, and this is it.
This is the doctor. Like, this is...
When did they let you leave MIT?
So your daughter now is like, what, 12?
Yes, she is.
That's ridiculous. Because you don't look much older than me.
I know that used to be a compliment for a minute, and now I'm starting to wonder if it just means I look extremely immature and behave extremely immaturely.
Well,
Awesome. I'm gonna have a great career in Hollywood, man. That means you
If
just
I
stay
can-
young forever.
yeah, just stay goofy and young.
Keep wearing them Vans, bro, well into your 50s.
And
As
just
long as you're buff, you're good.
big rapper tees and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You're on your way, bro.
Absolutely.
But you honestly, I know you are mature, but you don't look very much older
older,
than me.
I
Like,
appreciate that
you're
too.
what, 32?
32.
32? Jeez.
I know. We're gonna edit that part out. Bleep it. Bleep it like Kill Bill
You said 17.
when they say her name.
But I can't. My son is 4 right now. At 4.5, for what it's worth. I can't imagine. I still can't imagine teenage years or getting into teenage years yet.
That's gonna be the worst.
Yeah.
It's my biggest fear.
You're right there.
She's at the preteen.
You're
She
yeah,
just got
but
a
you're
phone.
on the door of,
I know. And that's the fear. It's like knocking there. I'm trying to hold on. I'm like, hey, you want to watch a movie? You know, you want to spend some time? I was like,
Wait, you want to watch a movie? What movie did you watch last night
Kill Bill. Because I'm a responsible parent.
with your 12-year-old
My
daughter?
12-year-old daughter. We watched Kill Bill. Don't worry. I fast forwarded through the fuck buck part. Other than that, it was fantastic. Hey, watching her watch it was great because she's already pretty aware of like what's wrong. She's like, I probably shouldn't grab a sword and cut anybody in half. I'm like, exactly. You
Right.
got it. That's the general message of this movie.
Exactly.
And
And as long as you understand that, we
Right.
can proceed in confidence that we will be entertained
Yeah.
and not influenced.
And I grew up in a cussing household, so I don't
Right.
hide that at all from her. She's already knows that she can't cuss in front of. She knows when she can cuss, and apparently it's around her friends where we're not around, or when she almost gets hit by a car. That happened once.
But you allowed that.
Well, no, when it happened, I was just like, "What'd you say?" Because the first time I heard her cuss in front of me.
Wait, also, if you were just like, hey, what'd you say? Your daughter almost just got hit by a car. What were you doing?
Well, before that, so we were crossing the street. I grabbed her because she tried to run off the rest of the way, and she tried to run through, and the car went by the zoom, and she was just like, "Shit!" real quick. She's like, "Shit!" That's what cars sound like,
Right.
I think. And she's like, "Shit!" And I was just like, "You're right." Yeah, like, what did you just say? She was like, "Ship." I said, "Ship." I'm like, "Yeah, that's completely relevant to this moment." I remember when that fucking yacht just drove by 2 seconds ago.
yeah, you know, like when that yacht was trying to hit you? Was that what that was? Well, yeah, no. I mean, as a kid, too, you always try to cover your tracks. I would always deny until I die when I was a kid. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
and I
What
try
proof do
not
they
to
have?
now.
That's always been my thing. Like, where's the evidence? I will not speak until there's some concrete evidence you have.
show me the money.
Yeah. Other
And
than
by
your
money, I mean
inspiration.
the info. Come on. I want to see receipts. as a child, I was saying, show me the receipts.
So I stole from the store. Okay, well, let me ask you a question. Do you have any items in front of you? Do you have any chips, Doritos, maybe a Fago orange, probably specifically?
Where I don't see any of these around me.
Yeah.
Where's the evidence you claim?
Did she come out with that empty bottle and I just be like, oh shit. All right, well, let me discuss. Let's
Is that
talk about
yours?
what happened. Yeah, see, that's you.
That's you. You just drank that, didn't you? You just poured it out, huh? All right, so you got to GR, and you. Oh, is it time to check the cams?
Yes, it is.
All right.
Somehow, damn, 18 minutes. That was quick.
Good. Check it.
We still rolling. Says 11 minutes.
11 minutes left.
Yeah. Before I have to switch to another video.
Cool. All right, so you started comedy in 2015.
Yeah.
When did when did your passion for photography come into play?
2016. I was just living with a friend of mine, and we had this artist apartment. It's kind of like what we called it, where we had a painter who lived in the front room. We had a rapper in the other room. I was doing comedy and writing,
Right.
so in the back, and the dude who rapped, he had a Canon. And we would just go out and take shots because we wanted to remember everything. We're like, we're going to blow up. This is going to be
Right.
it. We need to make sure we document all of our low life stuff. And then as we just started taking pictures, I was just falling in love with it. Like, you can meditate and just capture a moment, see what everybody's doing. Catching people candid is probably my favorite,
Right.
just because everybody's at their most them.
I was going to say, yeah, the purest
Yeah.
moment. Purest form of self.
Like, catching you guys on stage is beautiful because when you try to get people to pose and be who they are in the pose, it
Right.
doesn't work. They don't know what to do. But when you catch them on stage, they're being them. They're
Yeah.
doing all this extra stuff, this extra shit. It's like you can tell who is who.
Right. You
the
can.
personality is right in the picture.
And as soon as you said that, the person I thought of was Joe Elder.
Yeah.
Because he is someone who you can always see his expressive facial.
Yeah, and his big ass eyes.
Yes.
Yeah, big blues.
Yeah, big old blues. But he's always expressing his point with his face
Yeah.
and his taped up finger. But even before that, he was pointing with two fingers or one
Yep.
every time.
I have at least 45 unused pictures of him
Of Joe just pointing.
pointing at things. He's running for president.
And then with his fingers just like this.
The finger gun. Or the Chinese finger trap. And then Kate Carmody is another one.
Yes.
Yeah, you catch her in there. Dave Colbert is another one too, because you'll see him
Oh yeah,
jumping
acting out
and moving.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, real physical comedians too are very expressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean that's something I've been wanting to do more of is act outs and stuff like that. But even just small things to
To add
stretch myself.
Yeah.
And add more to my act, but I don't know, to also just challenge myself as a comedian.
just try to step up and live in your joke.
Right.
While you're on the
Exactly.
stage, really embody it and try to come out.
Even when you just have small writing things and even that's
Yeah.
not much, but it shows one effort.
and
even,
a personality type.
Exactly.
Kind of get to see the person.
Yeah.
Like
Especially when you're expressing someone else's characteristics.
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Then you're acting. That's how you get that. That's your audition
Exactly.
tape.
Yeah, it's improv acting.
Yep.
Well, once you do it once, and then after that, it's no longer so much improv.
And then it's hacky.
You can act out your bit one time, and then if you do it again, that's hack.
Like, wow, did you see that? Like, oh, he's doing it again. We just saw that last week. As comedians, everybody is so jaded watching everyone perform because it's like, oh, he's doing this joke again. It's like it's new for others.
Yeah,
Like,
you see.
Yeah, we're in the same
You as a
place.
comedian see the same people every week. So yeah, why do you? Then go outside and smoke a cigarette. I don't care. Well, now that's hard.
Right.
Now that's tough.
Outside's where it happened.
Yeah, I've had a couple comedians go, you know what? I love the show, but the only thing is,
Holding me back. Was it Bustler?
yeah. It was just it being outdoors. Just some comedians I'm sick of hearing, and I just want to step outside, but I
Like,
can't.
I already know where this goes. You sitting there like a director, just mouthing it, and shit, just like
Right.
half black, the big Zach.
Shut up. Fuck off. I was trying to go somewhere with it, but I had nothing to do. They're not called that anymore. That was all. I can't go into that bit. So I guess a question that I really had in mind was not what do you prefer more, but I guess if I had to boil it down to that, what do you prefer more between
Comedy and photography?
Yeah.
Definitely comedy.
Yeah.
Just because it was always the passion from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Like, photography came in and it was just an unexpected love. It was just like, oh, okay, this is nice. But it's like childhood love versus that person you meet later on. You know, it's like, I've known this person my whole life and she loves me. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to have to pick her.
Yeah, but
I'm going to have fun over here.
Yeah.
And then you just make photography your side chick.
But right now you don't have either of those.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah. Quarantine took a lot.
Yeah.
Took a lot from us. I broke up right before quarantine.
Yeah.
And then 2 days later, it's like, well, you won't be going anywhere. And I was like, oh, shit. Hey, babe, let's talk. I made some
I think
comments.
we can work it out.
Everybody was upset.
You haven't seen the news, have you?
It's like winning the lottery. It's like, hey, babe, I won the lottery. We're done. It's like,
We're done.
wait a minute. That number was off. We're done wasting time. Let's get engaged. You know?
Well, I'm done with these arguments. But you also have like influences in comedy. Do you have any
In photography?
Yeah.
Yeah, mostly for photography, it's been like a community effort. Like
Right.
I've learned most of what I know from other photographers at my level who are learning, or people who are in school or YouTube,
Right.
stuff like that. So I don't know. I don't have any like photographer crushes or role models yet.
Right.
There's a couple people I see all the time, and I'm just like, okay, these guys must be important. And I'm like, eventually I'll come to revere them like everybody else, but it hasn't happened yet.
And or
Yeah, there's no Dave Chappelle of
I was
photography.
gonna say and or remember their name.
Right.
Because
you always remember the picture.
Right.
The curse of the photographer. Just like all of the shows I take pictures of, like I'm not in those pictures.
Right.
It's like I wasn't even there.
I was just gonna say, are you even a comedian?
Some people question it.
I've heard it. But no, that was after watching you do comedy, though.
Yeah.
So I think that was warranted. But so besides Chappelle, because I already heard you name him, who are some of your comedic influences?
Patrice O'Neal, probably a big one. Just that ability to turn comedy into pure, whether you agree with or disagree, it's funny.
Right.
Just to pull a laugh out of you, whether you wanted to give it or not. You know? I think that's something amazing.
Yeah, it's a mark of true comedy.
Yeah, and it's pure form. Like, if you make me laugh at something I vehemently disagree with, like
Right.
I'm sitting around every day, just like I don't fuck with that at all.
Right.
And you make me laugh at it. It's the butt of the joke, and you made me laugh at it, and I'm just like, God damn it! I thought I was a better person. You
Right.
improved me. Humble. It's humbling.
Yeah, and I think there's because you can. It's easy to say something that someone agrees with and finds funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's a little bit harder, but it's still kind of easy to say something that no one can agree or disagree with. Just something goofy.
Yeah.
And everyone find that funny, or most people find that funny. But it's a level of difficulty when you bring in just taking an overall contrarian.
Yeah, just to take
yeah.
the opposite stance. Just
Right.
just to test people's limits.
Right.
That's also really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a level of skill as a comedian or a writer. I mean, to be able to achieve.
Right. It also helps you think in a different way. Like, again, like you said, when people agree with you, you're going to get a laugh almost always. It's going to be like a chuckle. If it's really funny, you get the laugh.
Right.
You know?
It's just
But
like
you'll get
doing
something.
pro-Trump jokes or, I'm sorry, I don't do those. Anti-Trump jokes in front of like an anti-Trump than a very liberal crowd.
They're
Like,
gonna be like, huh, hey, I at least agree. You know, at the very least.
exactly. They'll give you the pity laugh because your joke doesn't even have to be that good.
But nothing hit. But then it always feels like there's a cap on the thing that you agree with. But when it's something you don't agree with and you get you to laugh, it's a bigger laugh every time.
Right.
It's a heavier laugh. If you now it's a risk reward system, high risk, high failure reward.
Yeah. And it's because they're not only laughing at what you said, they're laughing at, I believe, the fact that they're laughing.
Right.
They're laughing at themselves.
They're laughing at themselves.
Right.
Exactly. It's the mirror.
Yeah, and I believe that's our goal, is to be a mirror of
Society.
society.
There's so many
towards
ideologies in comedy, man.
Yeah, I know.
I
have
like
I have a lot of personal theories. As well, but I don't know. I'm not a theologian of comedy.
Comediologian. Yeah,
Comediologian.
Don't say comedia.
Come on, man.
Comedia.
Oh, come and go. Mostly going.
You groom and go.
Oh, jeez. All right.
I hate Chris D'Elia. It makes my heart sing every time somebody tells me he's over.
Oh, there is every time someone comes out with another allegation. I was like, but you have to understand the implications.
People are like, so you're happy there were allegations? I'm like, no, I'm not happy. I'm sorry that it took you guys so long to see he sucks too.
Yeah, I'm sad that it took this much.
Yeah, I'm sad that it took this much, but I am glad that we finally got there.
That is not my stance, but
the opinions of Devarron Thomas do not reflect.
You do not reflect the views of the Where Is This Going podcast. Now I do sound like an apologist. I didn't even state my opinions, and I sound like an apologist.
Great, you're gonna edit this whole thing out of the video. Just wipe that, please.
But so Patrice, okay, but back to the theologian thing. What other, I guess, theologies of comedy
philosophies?
Yeah, are you referring to, I guess?
Well, there are people who believe that your job is to be a mirror to society. There are people who believe your job is to be a mirror and something that uplifts society.
Right. I think those are all aspects.
Those are all aspects, but I mean, people who believe that is the primary thing. Not everybody has the same belief in it. There are people who believe you should do neither of those and just be funny. You know, your only job is to be funny. It has no other bearing on it. It doesn't matter what you're saying. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If it's funny, that's all that matters.
Yeah. And I mean, I think that's all true. I think
they all work,
that the funniest things are reflections of society. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because of the relatability.
Yeah. So that would only make sense that, and if you have that power or that ability, then why not use it to uplift the community and, for the betterment.
Because I'm broke, nigga.
I can't
need to uplift my pockets.
Right, I can't lift myself. But I mean, it makes sense. I guess I could subscribe to most of those.
Yeah, they all
thoughts.
Sound good.
Right. In theory.
Yeah.
But also, I'm just trying to get back on stage.
Man, I'm glad that your show's been back. Thank you for having Parrots come back for as long as you can anyway.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming out. I appreciate the comedians. I have people who drop and join every week, so it's great.
I say there, Carl Sobel's River North show, that's been huge boost. Like,
yep, Carl Sobel,
Salsa Parlor Boys,
Carl Sobel, Carl Sobel's show at River North Public House every Wednesday at 8:00, and the Salsa Parlor Garage open mic every Thursday at 9 o'clock. Okay. Yeah, but also if you're not, and that's in East Lansing. So if you're on this side of the state like a cool kid, you can come to Parrots Lounge for comedy night at Parrots every Thursday at 9 o'clock as well.
They're going to look back to this day as the day the beef started between the two cities.
I would understand. No. I've seen animosity for a couple months.
KZoo's going to take their side. They always do.
You know what? I wouldn't blame them. Your sucks. No, I'm kidding.
Hey,
As
we're
I'm moving to GR.
Right.
Yeah, this week has been pretty stressful for myself. I'm also moving
You have to
into
explain.
GR.
How's that going?
I got scammed. All right. We've been going back and forth with this property manager dude, and he, we had asked him one more time. We're supposed to get our keys tomorrow.
Okay.
We have no lease.
It's a beautiful arrangement.
Yes.
All right, and we're back from a break. Okay, I'll explain it again. Or I don't remember where we left off, so we'll just continue on. But the song that you were playing reminds me of a question I had.
That works.
So, we had your Patrice influence. How did Patrice O'Neal die?
Diabetes.
Diabetes. A lot of
He died of beatus.
he died of beatus. That's right. I mean, a lot of people we've lost a lot of comedic talents, adding musical talents to drugs, a lot. So I'm glad that diabetes. No, I'm kidding.
We had the number one drug of all, high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah, that's number one killer of black men.
Yeah.
Heart disease, I believe, or white
And
cops.
it's addicting. So.
I don't know. Yeah.
That's weird.
White cops or.
I don't know if they're addicting. Maybe it's to the Blue Lives Matter crowd.
But any Jew.
Let's not get political, okay?
So, yeah, I'm not trying to. But so I want to get on the topic of lost legends for some reason.
Okay.
Lost legends in comedy. Who's I guess your top 5 biggest losses
in comedy?
Yeah.
This list is gonna end poorly. But let's see, Patrice O'Neal, obviously. Let's just do number 2. Greg Giraldo.
Yeah.
I love
Great
roast
roast,
comedy.
yep.
Yeah, because roast comedy actually kind of started me in comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Like just talking shit was my favorite thing to do.
Right.
And just when you see somebody that's great at it, and his stand up alone was good, but like just watching him roast people was a huge loss for me. I mean, as far as losses go, I don't lament too many, you know?
Right.
Like, what's my guy's name? Everybody be sad that I forget his name. Carlin.
Okay.
You know, but he's like, because it was in the early stages of Carlin, he embodied that whole philosophy we were talking about where it's like, you should be able to hold up a mirror, but it should also elevate.
Right.
And he was really big on that, and it still made it really funny.
Right.
Until later on, anyway, when he got really just like bound to TED Talk.
Yeah. In his older years.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What happens to everyone apparently.
I mean, he was. I think his last special, he was just like in all black. I don't know if they were sweatpants, but it looked close. With like orthopedic shoes on. It was just hard to watch a little bit for me. Anyways. All right, so we got 3. That's decent enough.
Yeah. Well, my last one was gonna be Louis C.K.
Oh. I was gonna say you're not gonna throw Bernie Mac in there at all.
Bernie Mac is obviously in there. I don't know. I feel like if you're
obvious?
gonna, if you're gonna throw up like upper pantheon, you don't put them on the list. They prestiged beyond the list. You can't put Bernie on the list.
Okay, but you're putting Patrice on there.
Because Patrice never really hit that level.
Okay, so you're saying so like obviously like Pryor.
And those losses are.
To me, I'm thinking like a loss in our lifetime. We've seen a loss of them in that the community.
Well, I don't even have 5 for that.
Yeah, I mean me neither.
So
no, I would say
Daniel Tosh. He's still alive, but he's gone. We've lost him.
We've lost him. Yeah, I don't really have. I think I have 3 I can think of. Mitch Hedberg. I mean, and it wasn't in my lifetime, but it was. I think it's an untimely loss. Yeah. For the community.
Although I'm not the biggest Mitch Hedberg.
I mean, I love Mitch Hedberg, but I just think his drugs did eclipse his talent.
Yeah, but oftentimes
there's drug use.
What was the song we were just listening to, Mac Miller?
Yeah, I mean that's
the drugs really add to the talent sometimes.
Right. Yeah.
As musicians in the 60s would prove with their heroin addictions.
Right.
Makes great music. Fantastic music.
Very true.
Horrible life decisions, but great music.
They make horrible life decisions. The 60s and 70s made horrible life decisions, but great music.
Yeah, Jimi Hendrix would dip his headband in fucking acid and then play. Like, this makes sense. Like,
Is that,
yeah, it does.
Is that recorded history?
Yes. He would dip his headband in acid and then wear it. And then all along the watchtower, you're just like, God damn.
You know what? That's impressive.
That explains why in all his pictures his eyes are closed. Because he's like, if his eyes are open and he had to see everybody.
That'd be a trip. You and I have experienced a trip together.
Yeah.
Mushrooms.
Big psilocybin fan.
Yeah.
Psilocybin.
Psilocybin.
Yeah. It all sounds super, like, technological.
Tomato.
Right.
Would you say mushrooms are your favorite?
No, LSD is my favorite.
LSD?
Yeah. I feel more social and get the trip.
Right.
Versus shrooms, and I'm just like, great, now I have to fix something by myself.
Yeah,
You know?
It is a lot more introspective,
Yeah.
shrooms. I haven't done LSD in a long time, since I got sober and stopped doing everything, and then got back into just weed and
Just
alcohol.
the Earthborns.
The Earthborns.
Earth.
Goes right back to the bit.
Welcome to Earth.
Earth Day. Dat and Dem.
Yeah,
Anyways.
same thing, anything that ends in IR, TH.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like happy birthday.
Happy
Birthday, bro.
That's what I'm saying. First birthday. All right.
So both of them is both of them.
Both of them. All them.
All
that.
them.
All of that. All the smoke we need. All of that.
We hate consonants, bro. They ruin everything.
And I'm not gonna get into Pacific and specific, but
You don't have to. It's very clear.
we
right
all
there.
know.
Silent letters are the worst enemy that's ever happened.
Don't throw an E anywhere. So acid, shrooms. Does that mean weed?
Yeah, I
Obviously.
mean, again, that's like Bernie Mac.
Right.
I don't even put that on the list.
Right.
It's
I mean,
prestige.
yeah. And as far as the dare program would go, they wouldn't even throw weed in the box anymore.
No. As we've heard now from, what was that, Joe Elder?
Yeah.
Alex, fucking Dare would be definitely teaching kids how to roll a blunt. It's like, look,
Yeah.
smoke weed, don't do crack. This shit
Yeah.
will kill you. Fentanyl, no.
Don't fuck with that. Yeah. I mean, crack won't kill you. It may. It just won't.
I don't know if the data suggests.
It will kill. It will kill your social. It will kill your social life, and all of those around you. It will kill their love for you. I can probably assume that.
I could probably assume that.
Just guessing. We're gonna cut that out. Anyways. So you said you admired Geraldo for his roast comedy, and noting that that's how you got into comedy. Can you kind of elaborate on that?
So like high school, like in middle school, I was like kind of goofy, but I was kind of like, I want to hit these books and make it out, all of that kind of shit. And when I got to high school, I got roasted like day one.
Right.
Somebody called me chocolate titties, and he's like, "Hey, did chocolate milk come out them chocolate titties?" And I was like, "Wow." First off, that's fucking hilarious.
Very much.
I was like, secondly, because that was always I never got upset.
Right.
That's how I knew I was made for roast comedy. I never got upset. I would always objectively be like, "Damn, that's a good one."
Yeah.
Or I'd be like, "That's garbage. You should hate yourself."
You
know?
appreciated the art form first.
And I remember sitting there thinking, like, I had nothing to retaliate with, and I was like, "This can't happen." I came back the next day with like 5 or 6.
He ain't gonna get me.
Yeah, and just like and the biggest thing that I got him with was he was homeless at the time, and I was like, "You don't even have ground to stand on. It's the same ground you sleep on. Like you can't say anything to me, bro. You don't have a home. Your parents gave up."
Your parents just gave up.
Right. So he had a joke about me as a person, like as my fat. That's my superficial.
And you attacked
him as a person, his life, who
his
he was.
being,
his livelihood,
his circumstances. I mean, that's.
And he got too quiet, and that's why I knew I was like, "Oh, this is fun."
Oh,
class clown.
Oh, when he got quiet, that's when you're like, oh, this is fun. Now when he laughed,
he didn't. No, it
he
didn't.
didn't.
First off, most people who roasted you in high school, some for reason can't take it back. They thought it would never happen to
It
them.
makes sense.
You know.
Yeah.
So he would sit there. He just got really quiet, and then everybody's laughing at him. So he left. And I was just like, that felt great.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to him after that. He never came back. But like,
Which is better than it could have been. Because I mean,
maybe we have no idea.
I think you, well, yeah, I guess. But you, I think, handled it the best of one of two ways. You went home and you wrote jokes. You didn't write a manifesto. That's
Well, that's the difference between the black and the white school.
yeah, exactly.
Something about the metal detectors at the front door.
They're a real deterrent to aggressive measures.
You go to other schools, they're just like, well, we're safe here, I'm sure.
Yeah. That assumption of safety is really what screws you.
We don't have money for metal detectors because we're giving everybody laptops.
Yeah, for real. I had
There you go.
I had iPad. I had an iPad my sophomore year and up, but also, it was my sophomore year, I think. But also, the food at our school got a whole lot worse. So I think it was a really poor trade-off.
Some of that poor food was great. That cardboard box pizza, the nuggets.
Yeah, but that was before. See, you weren't in high school when I was.
That's true.
I was in high school during the Michelle Obama reign.
Oh.
And
She had something out for fat kids. I remember
which,
that.
I mean,
health-wise, you're like, yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It seemed vindictive at times. She's like, hey, she was calling kids chocolate titties. Hey, chocolate titties, you want to lose some of that weight?
maybe she shouldn't have rolled up at schools that way, but it makes sense though. She had a great goal, and maybe she did seem vindictive, and maybe that was the issue why everyone was offended with it, because all she did was try to get our kids,
because we're America.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
bro, we just added another patty to the Whopper. Like, no.
I'm working on this double-decker Burger King McDonald's idea, and you're trying to tell my kids to eat healthy.
Eat healthy. Did you know that they put meat in between two chicken patties, like at KFC?
They put donut. They put 2 donuts and then put chicken in the middle. KFC. You kidding me? You want me to eat healthy, and that's all they were doing.
These are the alternatives. Oh, would you like some broccoli or would you like this fucking Luther burger with Krispy Kreme, bacon?
Right. And so all she was like, hey, maybe we should give them, a healthy alternative choice. And all they did was call her a man. And
they did the same thing to Angela Bassett, bro.
Right.
If you got a good defined arms, people will do it to you. Yeah.
They did it to Sierra back in the day too.
Which is crazy because did they not watch the Goodies video?
Dude, that was my whole argument.
Like, what? That started so many puberties.
My sister, that I don't think it started as much as notified.
I was like, wait a minute.
I think this is the change.
Put down those blocks, Timmy. We have work to do.
We're constructing a super machine in order to abuse those titties. But I think my sister was the one who had told me about the Sierra rumors back in the day.
Yeah.
And then, I had watched that music video especially, and I was like...
But that's why I like that she came out with Like a Boy.
You kidding me?
Like, she came out with a song called Like a Boy, and that's him.
Yeah.
And everybody was just like, this confirms it. And she's like, no, she's trolling y'all at this point.
Right, and especially... Like, that wouldn't even make... Okay, I have all these rumors. I'm just going to confirm it and not say anything about it. No, people are dumb.
They do it now with Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah, well, what happened with...
Although she did name herself Stallion.
Speaking of Meg, do you know what happened with her and...
Tory Lanez. No one knows. None of the information's come clean yet. Like, all I know is that she got shot in the foot, and it looks like it was Tory that did the shooting. She got shot twice in the foot.
Okay, so how does it look like it was Tory?
Nobody, they won't talk about it.
Oh, I thought you were saying the angle of the shot.
They're like,
the bullets say...
Kylie Jenner was there. All these other, they were like, there's a group of people there. Nobody's talking yet, maybe for court reasons. I don't know.
I would imagine.
But no one knows who did what. Somebody could have pulled up. There's all these different... Everybody thought Tory was, like, defending her. Because they were, like, besties on Instagram for, like, the last quarantine months.
Right.
And then all of a sudden he shoot her in the foot. Somebody said she was talking shit about him, calling him short. And he pulled a short move. Joe Pesci her.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's big man syndrome right there. A short man syndrome. I don't know what it's called. Anyways, thank you. You will now be joining me for our segments in Black culture throughout the series of the podcast. So thank you.
See, that's the one benefit to moving to GR is that whenever somebody has like a black thing they need to do, I get put on the dais.
Yeah,
because there's so few apparently that they pay attention to.
Yeah, I mean, well, some of them, but yeah,
they're like what? There's what? Dave Jones, Dave, a lot of Daves.
Yeah,
Dave Colbert. We got Brandon Kayshawn or Kiwika. Is it Kayshawn?
Kayshawn.
It's probably Kayshawn. You got Lady J. There's just a lot of artists out here.
Right.
You got Jade Carter out in Lansing or Kalamazoo.
I think it's K2.
There's a few, but you see the same faces for everything.
Right.
Well, I'm trying to think. Brianna Blackburn, Dante Lillard.
Yeah, cousins. I'm saying Brianna.
Your cousin?
No, Dante and Brianna are cousins. Dante probably looks like my cousin, and I wouldn't blame you. Yeah. But
I would have assumed if I hadn't met you a year ago. I'm like, when you let your boy out?
But oh yeah, no, Brianna. I'm seeing this week at Parrots Lounge. She'll be on Thursday.
Parrots Lounge lineup?
Yep. So is Joe Elder. Speaking of,
I'm gonna show up. Maybe I could take pictures this time.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
I just need pictures, dude. I don't take pictures during the show anymore.
You know, why don't you take some initiative like Carl and buy a camera?
Because I'm too busy.
Because I have friends.
Right. Because I'm too busy making these connections. These social connections. Right. I just want to DJ Khaled that shit and just throw my name on the track.
Right, but like Hunter Marcel Miles presents We the Best.
We the Best. I've been, oh my gosh. Have we not been recording?
Bro.
No, we haven't been.
Wow. Oh, let me check the timer. Well, we got the audio. We got the video.
The video.
Well, we can take the audio from that.
Okay.
Luckily.
All right. So we may have just lost, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes of audio. Who cares? We're back. And if I could,
that part of the video is going to sound really low compared off of that camera mic.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. But, hey-o, Cheerios. We're doing it again.
Is it?
Yeah, I just forgot where we were.
No, I'm saying, is it going?
Oh, is it recording? Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I just forgot where we were again. What we were talking about at all.
Failure at recording, I think.
Well, yeah, I know that we were getting to that. Oh, being black in America. You're right. So I just want to know your struggles as an African American in this climate today. No, I don't. I don't care.
Say thank God, because they're heavy.
Not that I don't. Not that I don't care.
You know what the hardest part about doing comedy when we came back was?
What?
After quarantine and after going to the protests and the subsequent riots, which surprisingly were the only thing that really got anything accomplished.
Also, I wasn't at the riots. We weren't there.
We did leave in time.
Yes,
before,
10 minutes.
Like literally 10 minutes before it all started. But also looking back on it, that's the only thing that made them change anything. Because now they're just like, oh, they're walking. Like,
right. And people are still walking.
FBI
and still nothing. Yeah. Yeah, they're walking. They're like, all right, can we send some troops down? Take care of these walkers? Thanks.
Yeah. Like they're holding up signs and they're yelling something. I don't know.
I don't know. It could be threats.
That's correct. It sounds like threats to me. We want rights. The right to what?
The right to what? To revolt?
To revolt?
I'm hearing revolt.
I'm hearing, yeah. I'm sorry. We are going to have to shut this down. Get in that unmarked van, please.
But what was a good thing that came of these things? Or
no,
is that what you're saying?
There's no good thing.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The good thing that's come of quarantine, I would say, is, the sense of what everybody has this new urgency.
Yeah.
When everybody comes back to a show, they're putting in more effort. Everybody's funnier.
They're putting in a lot more new stuff too. A lot of people are.
Yeah. And like everybody has all this stuff they've been working on. Also, a lot more people started doing videos at home.
Yeah.
What bartending with Carl, the Salsa
Yeah.
Parlor Boys put out different sketches. It's people are taking new steps because
And I'm here for it.
you
dude.
have to.
Right.
You know, we're gonna all start doing more videos too. I'm sure of it. So you'll see us at things that aren't just us failing at talking.
Yes. Yes.
But the hardest part when I came back, my first day back, I was supposed to do a show at Tip Top. That first day they came back.
Same.
And
Oh wait, no, not the first.
Yeah, the second one they came back, I think we both did, didn't we?
No,
You did the first one.
Didn't. No, I didn't get to do. I was supposed to do Tip Top the week they shut back down.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So continue, please.
But no, that first week they came back and Keen's like, "You still want time?" And I was like, "Nah," because you're like, "Why?" I was like, "Because I have all of this Black Lives Matter material." But I'm still angry. Like,
Right.
I'm like, I can't do it funny yet.
I need to
It's
let
like, hey,
it
fuck
settle.
you, like in the crowd.
Right.
Like,
I need to let it settle.
yeah, I need to let it settle into funny.
That makes sense though, because I mean it's tragedy plus time.
Yeah.
But you
And the
still
time
need
is a
that
lot
time.
quicker when you're a comic, you know?
Right.
You're just like, all right, I'm over this. It's time to make some jokes.
Yeah, the time's quicker when you're a comic than it is for the audience.
Yeah, and then you can be the mirror without like slamming it against somebody's face. Like, this is fucking you. Right.
But also, it still may feel like they're taking that mirror in the face if they're not ready for it.
That's the sensitivity level difference.
Exactly. You got to have that delicacy.
Right. You still have to learn how to manage that.
That's my favorite image. Taking this mirror. See yourself.
Just feel like the fucking tax guy outside just swinging the sign that has a mirror like, you bitch.
Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. That's gonna be my new mantra on stage. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. All right. Well, I just have just a couple more questions. Like two. So, in either comedy or photography, what do you want to do in the, I guess, if in the longest future you see in your passions?
You know, the biggest thing I've learned I love about comedy is, first off, performing it is something I would think I would ever stop. I think whether I ever had success in it or not,
Right.
I would never stop. I think I just genuinely love it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I do love the writing aspect, and I feel like that's
course.
something I've seen change so dramatically from 2015 up. And even I was a writer all through school, so like
Mm-hmm.
even from back then to the growth in different things, I really want to write for TV, movies, things like that. And then sketch. Sketch is
Right.
really big, and that's coming soon. You're a part of
Yes.
it, you know, like do shot some videos and
Mm-hmm.
do some stuff. Like we just want to get some sketches going, but I really want to do bigger ideas, you know.
Right.
And even if I can't get them to Hollywood, because Hollywood's gone. Like I don't know how that
Right.
works.
No, Hollywood's canceled.
Yeah,
I don't know if you realize.
well, yeah. If not canceled, it's definitely dying from Corona anyway.
Right. No, I mean, if anything, they're the ones handling it the right way. But continue.
Yeah, but I mean, they're not going to be. It's not going to be a lot of new faces coming
Yeah,
in for a little
definitely.
bit. So I was like, even if I have to start throwing that stuff on the internet, I still want to like just start making.
Just Schultz it.
Yeah, and then for photography, I just love doing it. I mean, I just want to see different places with it, get different visuals. The world is huge.
Right.
You know, I could spend my entire life taking pictures in just my city and still find new things.
Right.
But yet, I want to go and just travel the world and take pictures and stuff.
Right.
So hopefully, one feeds the other.
Right.
Like I'm hoping photography can feed the money for stand up and stuff like that.
Oh,
so I
okay.
could travel and go around and go to shows, and while I'm doing shows, when I'm in between, get distracted
Yeah.
and take pictures. So
That's really awesome. And I was thinking maybe your comedy could take you places to see those, to get those pictures, to see those views. But I mean, either way, if
so
there,
why are you going to Abu Dhabi? There's no shows out there. Like don't worry about it.
there
bro.
will be though.
There will be. I'm doing one.
I'm
I
doing.
don't know if it's gonna scan.
I'm making one.
Yeah.
But that's awesome, man. And are you looking to further progress in your photography skills, or just grow more in love with it? I guess.
So I think the thing that helps me grow more in love with it is progressing in the skills.
Right.
Same with comedy. Like
Right.
I'll grow more in love with it every time I realize a new angle to take on anything.
Right.
But no, when it comes to like the photography, I'm learning to edit better. That's
Yeah.
like the biggest part of it, really. You can get a great picture in cam, but sometimes you can make a great picture into art,
Yeah.
change it. And you learn different angles for that. Same thing with shooting video. I'm learning a lot about editing there. So I fall more in love with like how those things correlate.
Right.
A lot of what I do for pictures when I'm editing is try to add a cinematic vibe to what I'm doing. So I'm gonna think of a movie I like, think of
Right.
how the tones in that movie were, the colors,
Yeah.
and I try to apply that to a picture. Creative fake scene.
Right.
Look at them kissing. You don't know that she was cheating 2 days ago. Right here, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
And,
this is the
yeah.
image I'm recreating with a subtle back tone.
With a subtle back tone, she's definitely cheating. There's some purple in there.
Right. Purple means cheating.
As we know. As your grandparents will attest.
Right. All right. Well, nearing the end here, we're going to wrap it up, but I want to let you plug everything and all things that you're doing. I mixed that up. Anyways, all and everything that you're doing right now, whether it's what do you got planned coming up? I know we have been in the talks of coming up with some sketch ideas.
Right.
Just let the people know where they can find everything and what we're looking at here.
All right, so come and check me out on my personal page, Skinny Fat Dude 1 on Instagram. Skinny Fat Photo, which is my photography page, and Skinny Fat Comedy, which is my comedy page. You can also come check out a lot of different comics in the city on our GR Laugh Masters page, where we'll be posting different local Grand Rapids comedy fair.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You on Twitter?
I am on Twitter at Skinny Fat Dude 1.
Nice. I like how was just Skinny Fat Dude already taken, or did you even...
You know what? I don't know. I feel like I came up with the idea a long time ago and then forgot about the page and can't remember the password. That maybe would happen. If it sounds very specific, don't ask too many more questions,
Got you. Thank you so much, Devarron. If you're looking for Devarron, you know where to find him on social media and on Facebook. He's Devarron Thomas. And you will probably see him at an open mic here around town, whether it be Grand Rapids or here in Holland at Comedy Night at Paris Lounge. Please look for him on a lineup. You are guaranteed to laugh, I promise you. Thank you for joining me, Devarron. Appreciate it,
Thanks
man.
for having me, man.
Of course. And thank you guys for listening. This has been Where Is This Going? A podcast about art and shiz. Thank you. Lit.
I got insurance. Insurance is a fucking scam. It's a scam. I remember I got insurance. I went to the doctor, got checked up. I was leaving. They was like, it's a $65 copay. I was like, no, you don't understand. I have insurance. Check the paperwork. It's there. He was like, yeah, this is your copay. Without the insurance, it's like $75,000. And I was like, oh, my bad. I'm sorry. That's my drug money, though. So now I have to choose between my mental health and my physical health. If you ever see me at a rally fighting for fucking healthcare, it's because I want to do more drugs. I'm sure there's other benefits. I've heard the pamphlet. And I'm like, that's dope. And they talk to me and be like, hey, man, yeah, bro, we're going to get kids free healthcare, poor people, everybody. Like, bro, that is dope. I can get how many more grams a month, though? For real, hold up, bro. We're going to beat this, man. This is us. So, you go and get insurance. I thought I could use insurance like the McDonald's value menu, I show up and be like, hey, bro, I got a headache. Let me get 2 MRIs, CAT scan, and one of them pap smears, I don't know what it is, but it's on the menu. I got insurance. I can get it, Trying to treat my friends and shit. Hey, bro, y'all gonna get some of these pap smears? Because I'm not gonna get none of everybody else. I'm not gonna get none. I'm not greedy.